What's up guys, Bottai Pigs for Life here, and today we're here for the full tour of Jurassic Park Germany. So, this is the park that we have been working on for the past month and a half or so, and now that it is fully complete, we are ready to see exactly what we've accomplished in the Future of Hammond's Dream Season 7. So, without any further talking, let's get right into it. So, like with any of our other parks, it's no surprise that you first arrive via helicopter and you land right here at the arrival point. And much like all our other resorts, when you turn around, you're greeted by the visitor center. And then right adjacent to it, we've got a toilet facility and we've got an emergency shelter. As always, be sure to keep in mind where these are located in case of an emergency. So, for the sake of the tour, let's go this way, because right off the bat, we've got some restaurants where you can get a bite to eat, and you can get a drink once you get off of the helicopter. And if we go right over here, we've got another emergency shelter, but we've also got some safari lodges that you can check into, and you can stay the night. So then we've got a couple more amenities over here, but right over here, the star of the show right when you walk in is the aviary complex. So we've got two massive aviaries, and if we go right through here, you are immersed into the world of the pterosaurs. So specifically, this area of the park is meant to represent the lower Cretaceous of what is now Brazil. And if we hop into one of these viewing galleries, in one aviary you can get a view of some tapijaras as well as some Pterodactylus. And then on the other side, we've got some Ludodactylus, and we've got some Tropiognathus. If you go out the other end, you will reach the part of this guest section where we have the Jurassic Park tour. If you need a break, you can take a seat, you can get something to eat, you can get a souvenir right down over here. If you need to use the bathroom, we've got another toilet right over here. And then down here, we've got even more amenities. And we also have a couple of hotels right over here. So we've got one that overlooks the German coastline. Very nice view, if you ask me. Right down here, we've got another hotel over here. We've got another toilet facility, another shelter. We've got a little clothing store right over here. And then this leads back to the visitor center and the entrance to the aviary complex. So then, if we go back the way we came, you'll notice that there were some entrances to remote viewing galleries. So if we go over to those really quickly, right in here, we have got a view. Appears we can't see anything over here. Oh well, we'll come back to it, see if we can get a good view. But right over here, we've got a viewing platform, and it overlooks an enclosure for some Amargasaurus. Again, these guys lived in the early Cretaceous of what is now South America. And right next to the viewing platform, we've got a viewing gallery entrance into a log viewing gallery for the Amargasaurus. So then, fingers crossed, if we go back to this first remote viewing gallery entrance, we should be able to see... Alright, it appears that we are out of luck, but in here we should have 2 Tyrannotitans. Oh, here it is! Right over there, the Tyrannotitan. So that's pretty much everything for this first guest section. Already, when you enter the park, you are greeted with quite the sight to behold. So right now, all we have left to do is hop on the tour and see the rest of the park. Alrighty guys, as you can see right in front of us, we have got the iconic Jurassic Park gates. Welcome to Jurassic Park Germany. So it appears right over here, you can get another good view of the Tyrannotitans. So we do have 2 individuals here. So yeah, we saw one of them in the dome viewing gallery, but now you can get another view of them from the tour. So now up ahead, the first tour stop is for staff personnel only. So because of that, we are just going to go right past it. To your right, you can see an enclosure for some Centaurosaurus and some Sinoceratops, as we are now entering the Guangxi group of what is now southern China. So we got Centaurosaurus to your left, as well as some Sinoceratops, and to your right, or I'm sorry, that was your right. To your left, hopefully, you can see exactly what would have preyed on those dinosaurs. Ooh, right up ahead, you can get a good glimpse. We have the Zhusheng Tyrannus. Right over there, looks like it's getting a quick bite to eat. Very strikingly similar to Tyrannosaurus Rex, but obviously with plenty of differences. So now up ahead, we are arriving at our second tour stop of the park. Alright, so we just got off the tour stop, and right over here, you can get a view into the Zhusheng Tyrannus enclosure, and you can get a very nice view right up close. So then, right over here, if we go into this remote viewing gallery entrance, we've got a dome viewing gallery for Centaurosaurus and Sinoceratops. Right over here, we've got a regular viewing gallery for the Zhusheng Tyrannus. You can see them both right over here. One's getting a drink, the other one is eyeing up that fence. Hopefully it doesn't get any ideas. And then on the other side, right over here, we've got a log viewing gallery into the Jainosaurus enclosure. So Jainosaurus was a sauropod that was found on the Indian subcontinent during the late Cretaceous period. And you can get a good look at 4 of our 16 individuals right over there. So now over here, even more amenities. 1, 2, 3 all in a row. And then in here, we've got an aviary for 2 species. We've got Chungkingosaurus, which you can see taking a little snooze. Oh, it might just be waking up, actually. And then, somewhere in here, should be a peculiar pterosaur. you can kind of get a glimpse of it. The J-Holopterus. These guys are tiny. I think we'll get a better view of them from there, but you can get a pretty good view of them right now. So then over here, we've got a little plaza where if you need to take a break, you can sit at either one of the benches or one of the picnic tables. If you need to go to the bathroom, you can do that. We've got emergency shelter. We've got some amenities. And we've got a viewing platform that looks into the Janosaurus enclosure. See even more individuals. And we've got a viewing gallery. Again, very nice view. And then if you go back over here, we've got some viewing enclosures into our massive herbivore valley. So we've got Mamenchisaurus right over there. We've got what looks to be Hwaangosaurus patrolling the riverbed. And we've got Gigantspinosaurus. So we've got many different ways of viewing this enclosure. We've got this viewing platform. Right over here, we've got a remote viewing gallery entrance. Okay, this is, once again, to the Tyrannosaurus enclosure. There should be a couple more, viewing gallery entrances. Over here, we've got picnic benches, some fountains. We've got not one, but 2 hotels. That's where we started. Right here. Okay, this is the remote viewing gallery entrance into the Chunkingosaurus and J-Holopterus aviary. It's a nice view of a Chunkingosaurus. I mean, minus the metal beam that's obstructing the head, but that's fine. I was hoping that we'd be able to see the J-Holopterus feeding from the insect feeder, but oh well. Let's wait for the tour to make its way. But then, okay, I'm gonna sneak by actually. Don't try that at home, kids. Another shelter. This, okay, this is one of the log viewing galleries that looks into the Herbivore Valley. Got Hwaangosaurus in the forest, and we've got tons and tons of Mamenchisaurus. And by tons, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, and there should be 6 in here. We've got another hotel. This one, VIP, can look into the Syntaosaurus and Sinoceratops enclosure. Very impeccable view. So then, of course, in this area, we've got even more amenities. If you're hungry, thirsty, or want to get a souvenir, you can visit any one of these amenities. Right here, this looks into the Syntaosaurus and Sinoceratops enclosure as well. This time it's up by this watering hole. Can't seem to get as well of a view, but still get a nice view of the Syntaosaurus. Over here, this remote viewing gallery looks into an enclosure, to say the least. But if we go into this viewing gallery, we should get a look into that same enclosure, which is for the Monolophosaurus. This is another viewing platform. And hopefully we can... Okay, there we go. We've got a couple Monolophosaurus that are feeding. So now, I believe that's pretty much everything that we've got in store for this guest section. So now, let's head back on the tour and move on to our next guest section. So now that we are at the top of this little hill, we've got our Monoophosaurus enclosure to the right, and to the left, we have got an enclosure for another carnivore, this time hailing from the early Cretaceous of what is now Spain. So, looks like we can kind of see them, but we could probably get a better view once we go over to this next guest section. But yeah, we've got some redwood trees in these enclosures. Definitely provides a little bit of character to these enclosures. And now to your left, you can see some of our Mantellosaurus. So these guys were a type of iguanodont that also lived in Spain. So these guys actually lived in both Spain and the UK. These guys were found everywhere in Europe during the early Cretaceous. So yeah, we got a nice little water hole for our 12 individuals to get a drink. Alright guys, so we just got off the park tour once again, and again, you're greeted by some amenities. If you're hungry, if you're thirsty, you get something to eat. Right over here, if we go around back, we've got a remote viewing gallery entrance, and you can get a view into both enclosures. One side for the Mantellosaurus, the other side, hopefully we can see them, for the Concavinator. You can even see them from the path, actually, especially that one. Look at them. So we've got another shelter, another hotel, and viewing dome into the Mantellosaurus enclosure. So this guest section is one of the smaller ones that we have in the park. And right over here, we've got some more seating. Got another little store to get some souvenirs. Got a fountain. And we've got another look of the Herbivore Valley, which you can also see from this viewing platform. Then from here, if we go up this little hill, we've got a shelter, we've got another viewing platform. You can kind of see the Mamenchisaurus from here. We've got a hotel right next to it, where, again, another amazing view. Looks like we can see, I think, some Huayangosaurus in the distance. Then, again, some more amenities. Got toilet facility. But then, if you want to, you can go on the zip line, and that heads back to the guest section that we were at previously. Whee! Get an amazing view of the dinosaurs. And you end up right back to the guest section we were at previously. Which, yeah, now we need to head back to the the other guest section. Alright guys, just got back to this guest section. Just stopped raining, which is nice. And honestly, I don't even know why I got off, because we're just gonna hop back on the tour to go to the next guest section of the park. Alright guys, so over here in this enclosure, we've got another theropod dinosaur. This time from the Indian subcontinent. We've got the Rajasaurus. You can see one right over there. There should be 4 individuals in here. If we can't see them now, we'll be able to see them hopefully in that dome viewing gallery over there. But I believe there's also a regular viewing gallery at the next tour stop. Alright guys, next tour stop, same deal. We've got hotel, we've got toilet facility, another hotel, more amenities. We've got seating area, we've got a little banner, and by little I mean a huge banner. This, once again, looks into the Janosaurus enclosure. Again, we're lucky to get a very nice view of them. We've got another shelter, we've got a hotel. Right here. Ooh, this is a log viewing gallery into the Herbivore Valley. Got a nice view of Mamenchisaurus. And then over here we've got a regular viewing gallery for the Rajasaurus. You know what I realized? This Rajasaurus right here kind of looks like the Rajasaurus that we see in Prehistoric Planet. Right here. This is the dome viewing gallery for the Rajasaurus enclosure. We got more seating, and that's pretty much it for this guest section. However, we're not done yet. As you can see, we've got a monorail station. So what we're going to do is we are going to hop on, and this should bring us to our lagoon section. Alright guys, so right up ahead you can see our lagoons. We've got 2 lagoons. What is in them, we will see in just a moment. You can kind of see, if you look close enough, you can kind of see the Nothosaurus chilling on that platform. Once we get off, you are greeted by a toilet facility. You know, in case you get motion sick and you have to throw up, you can do it right in here. And we've got a viewing gallery entrance that leads into the Megalodon Lagoon. So these guys lived during the Miocene, and as you can see, we've got some kelp that is growing in here, as Megalodon is the only species in the game that actually would have seen kelp. Now, if only we can actually see the Megalodon. If we go up here, maybe we can. We've got more seats over here. We got amenities. 1, 2, 3. We've got a shelter. And we've got some lagoon viewing galleries. Now, fingers crossed. We can see them eat from the feeder. Ooh, we might be lucky. And get to see them. Just maybe. Oh, look at that! Oh, a double! Wow! That was impressive. We've got one right over there, too. That's insane. So then if we go over here, man, that was undoubtedly the highlight of the tour. That was phenomenal. If we go over here, you've got some flags going down the street, and then we've got not only amenities, but we've also got an arcade. You know, in case you somehow get sick of seeing prehistoric animals, you can go play some video games. We've got, again, more amenities, and a lot of them are like ocean themed. I believe that this is a seafood shack. Side note, one thing that I've actually been loving lately is fried calamari. Comment down below your favorite type of seafood. That's mine, fried calamari. Right over here, see some Nothosaurus. Looks like they're stuck because they're not eating for whatever reason. Get a nice overhead view of the Nothosaurus. Okay, so now if we go over here, this looks into the Nothosaurus lagoon, but if we're lucky, we can also see something else swimming around with the Nothosaurus. Here's we can't see them in here, but if we go over here, also here's one of our little plazas with this statue of Stegosaurus with its little babies. We've got toilet, we've got a hotel. Not the best view, but a view nonetheless. We've got the Shonisaurus right over there. So there should be 4 Shonisaurus in here. Oh wow, this is a spectacular view. Oh, we can get another one right over there. Yeah, you can see a Nothosaurus swimming over there. So these guys lived during the late Triassic period. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh gee, now it's raining. Spinosaurus skeleton, just out of the blue. We've got another lagoon viewing gallery over here, and then we've got one over there. And right here, we've got a mini golf course. Just something random. I love mini golf. And yeah, same thing over here. Over here, we've got another little guest plaza. Seating, banner, fountains, big fountain over here, shelter, toilet, some safari lodges. Right over here we've got an aquarium. We've got like ammonites, trilobites, all that jazz. Got another plaza with some T-Rex, Triceratops statues. Absolutely adorable. If we go up here, we've got yet another guest plaza. This time a little bit more abstract, and I love it. And then we've got more amenities. 1, 2, 3 amenities. We have a toilet, we have a shelter, we have a viewing gallery entrance that looks into the Megalodon enclosure. Very nice view. And then over here, if you walk down, we've got a beach. You can come on down, you can sunbathe, have a picnic, change into swim gear, and go swimming. And admire the Megalodons when they breach and get the shark. So then I believe there's actually one other attraction that I missed. If we go over here, right next to the Safari Lodge, we've got an outdoor movie theater. So yeah, so this little area of the park definitely could be its own resort because it's just got so much in store in just this one little section of the park. So yeah, now all we have left to do is hop back on the monorail, go to that little guest section that we had over there, and then from there we can finish the tour. Alright guys, as we conclude today's tour, I just want to take a moment now to reflect on the future of Hammond's Dream Season 7. All in all, I'm really happy with how this park turned out. I love that I was able to use so many species that I either never use or I haven't used for quite a while. On top of that, I really love how the park infrastructure was put together, and especially my favorite part definitely has to be the lagoon section we have right by the German coastline. However, as much as I really enjoyed building this park, I definitely think that now it is time that we move on to greener pastures in the form of Jurassic World Evolution 3. I was going to do one last season of the future of Hammond's Dream, however, deep down, I feel that it is time that we move on to Jurassic World Evolution 3. So, because of that, what's likely going to happen is I'm going to do one last Jurassic World Evolution 2 video as sort of a send-off. After that, I really want to catch up on Planet Zoo content because I've got a bunch of cool ideas for stuff I want to do in Planet Zoo. And then we will move on to Jurassic World Evolution 3. So yeah, with that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see some more Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.